Alright, so I got the pressure washer build video where I got everything put together in my cart. So if you want to build a 8 GPM pressure washer, 2600 PSI off of Harbor Freight's 15.8 max motor, these are all the parts you'll need to do it. You can go to, oh, sorry, I have the phone taped up, mpwsr.com. They make like Manatee pressure washers or whatever. But this is where I get all my stuff. Shipping is always extremely fast. And they, alright, so one time I spent like $4,000 with Sprayer Well. And the machine was in stock on the website, right? So I bought it. And then 2 days later, I get an email saying, hey, the machine's not in stock. It's going to be at least like 2 to 4 weeks. So I had to call, get my money back because I didn't have enough time. Like, I didn't have enough money to wait and go to a different website. Or, I only had that much and I needed a pressure washer. So, all right, let's see something. Looks like the brightness got messed up. Hang on one second. All right, I got the brightness fixed. So we'll just start with the skid frame, I guess. Or let's go to the total first. The total is $1,800. So I think what had happened when I built that machine, I got the motor as an open box deal for $399, and I got screwed on the frame probably 6 months prior. I bought it for a different build. It never came with the belt kit. The belt covers. So I paid $300 for that piece of metal. It was steel. And I wasn't able to return it or anything like that. The company, they were like, oh, there's no one in the return department. I can't even remember what website it was. I only deal with this website now. We'll go back up. mpwsr.com. So we'll start with, I like their skid frame. It comes with little rubber feet. When I bought it, last time I bought it, it was only like $240, 248 maybe. So it's gone up a little bit. Just a nice aluminum frame. You could really sub it out with anything. But this is your 8 GPM box. So they come, you can buy them mated together from this website. So there's almost no way you can mess it up when you hook it up to your machine. But you have to be very careful. See, this is a B24 gearbox. In the past, I've said I used a B18. I don't know if they make that or what happened to it. So if you have a Honda GX390, a Predator 420cc, the Predator 480 or 15.8 horse motor, or a Predator 670cc, which is the V-twin, you're going to want the B24 gearbox. That fits the B24P, that fits the 1-inch gearbox, the 1-inch shaft. So it's very important you get the B24P. Next is going to be the universal pump support bracket. And that comes with a bunch of washers so you can get your height right. It's super important. You're driving around with your machine on your trailer and all the bumps and everything. This gearbox is heavy as hell. The gearbox and pump. It just seems no reason not to have one supporting it. I think it would probably destroy your motor pretty fast. I see people with it all the time, but I don't normally see them. I think they're like 5 GPM ones, but I would get it. It's worth it. It's only $18. So we got the frame, the pump, and the pump support bracket. The motor will run you about $500 at Harbor Freight. You can buy the warranty, and that will guarantee you have a motor for the next 2 years. So we'll go to the unloader. So starting off the pump, you'll need a steel hex nipple 3/8 and MPT. So it's 3/8 thread both sides, and that will start off the pump. Then you'll put your, I normally build this whole thing together and then I put it on the pump. So you need the unloader, the Black Spring VRT3, 56 bucks. Probably won't have any problems with it. Then I got this guy right here. That's what I put at the end of the unloader. So that's what I like connect my hose to. And then this 3/8 to 3/8 hose. I've never had any issues using 3/8 hose as my return line to the tank, but that's what you're gonna screw into the unloader, and you're just gonna hook that line to the tank so your pump doesn't overheat. And then right here we have the brass, the 1-inch barb with 1/2-inch threads, and that picture doesn't look right, but maybe, I don't know, it's weird. I'm 100% sure the water intake on the pump is a 1/2 inch, and I always use a 1-inch hose to feed it. You could probably do like 1 1/4 if you wanted to, but that's just what it's like default, buying one of those and hooking it up. And that's all you need to build this will do Honda GX. This build will work with a Honda GX 390 and Honda GX 390 or 420 Predator. Those will only make 8 GPM, 2200 PSI. You're gonna be killing yourself surface cleaning. If you have the 15.8 motor with this setup, you'll get 26 PSI, and I used a BE surface cleaner. Here, let's go check it out. I used a BE surface cleaner, and it always worked great. Sometimes for really dirty concrete, we would pre-treat it more, or pre-treat it to, you always had to, I think this is when I started like pre-treating, when I got these 8 GPM machines. The first belt-driven one I built was off a 420 Predator motor. So, but imagine, so in the cart it's 1,800 bucks. You spend another 500 bucks at, 500 bucks at, Harbor Freight. So you're into this thing like $2,300 now, right? Look at what you're getting on here. This shit is gonna be, so a Honda 5 GPM at 3,000 PSI, 5.5. That thing is $2,200. So we're building an 8 GPM machine, 2,600 PSI, and you're gonna be blowing away this. This doesn't have an electric start. The 15.8 Predator does. In the 8 GPM compared to 5.5. I drove to Florida and I got a 5.5 GPM machine, and that opened a lot of doors for me. But once I traded up to that 8 GPM, even at that low 2,200 PSI, it was night and day. And I'll see if the machine I cloned is on here. I cloned the Bandit. Oh yeah, here they are. So this is what I cloned originally, a Bandit 8 GPM. I built it with a Harbor Freight motor, the Predator 420, and that definitely put me on. So, but I used a Comet pump. Oh, one thing you gotta make sure when you put these together, hook the hose up to the pump. So you're gonna, hold on, let's go find this is super important. And I'm sure some people will say it's bullshit or whatever, but I actually called up the pressure wash company and I had spoke to them about my first build. It seemed to be when I hooked the machine up to the tank, and it wasn't sucking any water. And what happened is it got airlocked. So I went to Home Depot. I bought a little piece, and I threaded it in here, just a plastic one, and I hooked it up to my garden hose. And what that does, the garden hose will push water through the pump and clean out all of the air. So you're priming the pump. So then start it up on the garden hose real quick. It's fine. Like, I have about 70 PSI pressure at my house, so it wasn't a big deal. But, don't run it for like an hour. Just get it bumping on the hose real quick. Then hook it up to your tank. Then it will suck water. but it's very important. You don't want to airlock your pump, damage your valves and stuff, which is, I think, what I did to that Comet pump. It started, it started leaking and stuff like that into the dry side. So it's kind of like a head gasket going in your car. You know, the fluid started looking milky and stuff. But that's just definitely the most important thing. Make sure you prime your pump. And the only thing I didn't mention in the video that you don't see here is you're going to need 4 bolts from Home Depot, just like 1.25 inches, something like that, just to attach the gearbox to the engine. And, you know, you're good to go. Literally just bring the engine into the store to get the bolt size, you know, to get the threads right. That's what I did. I just put it in a shopping cart and went on in. So, and we'll go over, let's just double check. So when you go to this pump, so we'll select the GPM. Oh, here, right over here is where the terms are. So for the B31, that's the 1 1/8 shaft, okay. The B24 is also a 1 1/8 shaft. I think the difference in those is the IGX 800 is going to be like 30 horse or something stupid, and the 690 I want to say is around 24. So those are just horsepower differences. You could probably use, well, I don't know what the difference is from the IGX 800 if the bolt pattern's different than the 690, but if you have a 690, you want the B24, and if you have any of the 14 horse motors, 15.8 horse GX390, or the 630, excuse me, you'll need the B24 gearbox. I think the 630 is a 20 horse, but I'm not sure. So that'll be it. That is how you are gonna put the best pressure washer together for your money. I think a couple of things did go up. I mean, one time I got the unloader for $30 on like a Black Friday website. I bought a couple of them, so that's kind of like how I build things like a lot cheaper whenever I see like a good deal. You know, if I see unloaders for $30, I'll buy 3 of them. If I see a skid frame on sale for $100 somewhere, you know, on like Washmart or some, I'll check a bunch of different websites. I'll always buy it. So when I need to build it, I have it. But that will be it. I hope you guys, I hope this helps you, and you know, you get on to 8 GPM. But you know, don't. I think it's more worth it to buy it, because then you know kind of how to fix it, and you're kind of more self-sufficient for your, you know, your small business, especially if you're just starting out. It's very easy to get like tricked by some of these other big websites or big pressure wash companies that are like making all this bullshit equipment. I seen a pack the other day, right? I kid you not, this thing was like $3,500. Came with a surface cleaner, some bullshit 5 GPM machine with like a Kohler engine of all things, and then like 200-foot hoses and a ball valve. Bro, they were asking like $3,500 for it. We could launch all that in the cart probably right now for machine with the Kohler engine on this website, probably be like $1,900. 200-foot links, probably we'll say $300. In the surface cleaner, $500. So you're paying an extra $700 just to get those people's name on it, just to get them to ship you it. But on this website right here, you could get it for $2,700. So, you know, don't get fooled. Shop around. I truly believe these guys are like the cheapest, the honestest. Like if they say they have it in stock, it's actually in stock, and the shipping is always crazy fast. Bro, I ordered this one day, shit you not, this thing hit my door literally 36 hours later. So they're in Florida, I'm in South Carolina, so we're not crazy far, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll catch you guys at the next one. Hope you enjoyed the video.